Konnichiwa, bitches! So if you haven't guessed, today's review is going to be Japanese whiskey. But before I get into it, I want to go back through and explain what Whiskyloot is. So I haven't done a review for a couple of weeks now. I've been quite ill, so I've been staying away from some alcohol, but I'm all good now. So I've got a stack of Whiskyloots ready to go. This one here is the Japanese whiskey set, and I cannot wait to open this one. Now I've had one out of the three here, and this is what Whiskyloot is all about. This is about bringing 3 different drinks from, well, it depends on what month they do. They do different things. At the moment, this is the Land of the Rising Dram, so Japan whiskeys, and they do like cereal whiskeys. They do all these kind of things. They might do a peated whiskey, like a smoky session or something like that. And what it is you get 3 drinks. They're about 2 drinks each, about 60 mils, so 2 to 2.2. And they try and bring you whiskeys that you may not have heard of, seen, or being able to taste. Now, one of the ones that I've had before, which is only a duty-free purchase, was the Bladnoch 17. And oh man, that was amazing. And that was only discovered that because of Whiskyloot. Now, cannot find a bottle because it was duty-free, all sold out. But I've been able to taste something that I wouldn't have been able to taste before. Now, price point, really cheap. So if you think about this, so I'm going to give away what one of these is. Nick it from the barrel. If you go to a bar, one drink is about $15 to $20 for this. So 1 dram. This whole set, it's like 50 or 60 bucks. I think the first one's 49 bucks. The second one after that's $59. So pretty much having 2 drinks at a bar, which is this right here, pays for me discovering this one and this one here. So I've had 3 Whiskyloot, 3 that I've actually finished and another 3 that I've still got to get through. So I'm 3 months behind. And I've kept them because, even though I'm behind, I've kept them because it has been worthwhile. So yeah, anyways, let's get into this week's review. The first one, which is actually a bottle that I purchased and I haven't opened yet. I bought that one probably about 6 or 7 months ago when I wanted to start starting my collection. This one is a Molten Grain. I might as well read from this one here. Molten Grade World Blended Whiskey. Now, one of the best things that I like about some of the companies that I've got, and there's a few of them, the Kirishu there and the Ikiros. I'm going to say it wrong. I say names wrong. You know that. I apologize. But if I'm going to say that wrong, I apologize. What I like about this is that this whiskey company actually tells you that it's not real Japanese whiskey. Mainly because the production obviously wasn't there. They weren't able to make enough malt and grain, or basically they don't. You know what I mean. They don't have the whiskey over there. So this company has blended whiskey from America, from Canada, from Scotland, from Ireland, and they've made that, and they've still got their own bit of whiskey in there as well. And they've basically come up with this. So I don't mind. There are so many people out there that are calling the Japanese whiskey train bullshit because half of it is Scottish whiskey. I remember I posted a photo of my collection on there and I had, Yamazaki 12-year-old, and someone said, "Oh, good to see you've got 4 Scottish whiskies and 1 Japanese one." Yeah, righto, smart ass. The main thing is, yes, I understand some people don't know what some of these whiskeys are, but a lot of people actually do. Anyways, let's get into it. So this is the first one. You know what I do? I try it as it is first, and then I try it with some water. So I'm actually really happy that this is in this collection because I didn't want to buy that bottle. Now, price-wise, this was about 150 bucks. Normally, I got this for about $99. It was on special. You could probably pick it up now, I think about 120 bucks every so often. I do know that this is actually discontinued. So if you do find a bottle, you might want to grab one, but that depends if I actually like it. Then again, doesn't matter what I like. It's whatever you guys like. All right, so. Oh, it's a very fruity. Oh, banana. That's what it is. My partner won't even touch this one. Hates bananas. All right. So one of the things I have with Japanese whiskey, Yamazaki and the like, is I get that shot of alcohol that goes through my mouth. Now, only ever happens really on the first one. Most people hate that. I actually quite enjoy it because it means like, hey, I'm getting into something. So definitely have the banana and stuff in there. So smooth and sweet with more banana caramel. Yep, got the banana, there we go. There is an underlying spice with hints of ginger and black pepper that complement the sweetness without overpowering. I would agree there's definitely a spice in it. I wouldn't have picked black pepper because, but there's definitely a good spice in it. Let's try it again that I've already had that shot through my mouth now. Okay. I'll still get a little bit. It's calmed down a lot. Definitely still getting that banana. So let's try opening it up with a bit of water. Oh, the spices really open up like that. Oh. It is a very enjoyable drink. It could be an everyday drink, and as I said, it's a blended whiskey from all around the world. Here we go. Actually, it says on the back here. Canada, United States of America, Scotland, Ireland, Japan. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. Probably not. Anyways, sorry guys. You definitely get that banana all the way through, which is, I don't think I've ever had in a whiskey where I've ever been able to sit back and go, you know what? That's banana. Oh, so your second hit, a lot of that with the water, a lot of that spice has gone away. So first off, I would have actually said that I would have preferred it by itself with nothing. That second hit though, with the water, I actually probably prefer it to the rest. All in all, that there is a very good drink. I would probably rate that about 8. And that is based on the price of it, plus also the fact that you can have it in 2 different kind of flavors. So that is a win. All right, so let's try something that pretty sure if you've had Japanese whiskey before, you've had this before. Nikka from the barrel. Now, I'm going to put a little bit of story on this one. If you haven't seen that bottle, that's what it is. It's the square bottle. It was the first time I was going over to New Zealand. It was the first time I ever bought a 500ml bottle of whiskey. And to tell you I was pissed off to see whiskey in 500ml was an understatement. I was pissed off. But we bought it anyway because I'm an idiot. And back then, I didn't really like whiskey like I do now. And I tasted it by itself because back then it was $50 at duty free. So 500ml, $10 a 100ml. You'd think that that's, an expensive whiskey. Well, that's what a young 20-year-old kid thinks anyway. And I hated it. And I opened this bottle up in the actual airplane because we were flying business class. And guess what? It was still the 3 seats and all we got was some free booze. That was the only thing. Anyways, they cut me off. And so I opened this up and just ordered Coke. And I just kept on drinking this until the bottle was done and it was a good mixer. Now though, I already know what this is like. I quite like this. Now, there are rumors, and there's plenty of rumors when it comes to Japanese whiskey, is that this is going to be in shortage or it's soon to be cancelled being delivered to actual bottle shops. Again, who knows? There are so many people that say one thing and so many people that say the other thing. Nikka are generally pretty good at saying if it's going to be cancelled or not. So if it is going to be cancelled, you generally get a little bit of time. You should be able to pick this up for around $69 to about $80. It depends on who and where, but online, you should be able to get a couple of these from it. So this is a 51.4%. Anything else on that one? So nothing else, no real information on that one. Let's have a quick look. The award-winning From the Barrel blend features whiskies distilled from both Miyagakyo and Yochiyo distilleries. It is bottled at 51.4, making it cask strength, and features whiskies from a huge variety of casks, including bourbon barrels, sherry butts, and refills hogsheds. It's a blend of the highest quality malts, well-balanced, complex, warming, and smooth. So it says here the nose is spicy and rich and well-balanced. What's up? Spice mix in citrus fruits and vanilla hints. So let's see if that's actually true. Definitely I never say that bloody word. Floral. Yeah. Got some good spices in there. What's it saying? I don't know, any cinnamons or any cloves. No, don't get that. Always had the orange in this. That's something that we went to a Nick tasting thing, and he actually rubbed a bit of orange around it, and it just changes and opens that orange flavor up. Okay, so I was drinking this on the weekend. I know how I like it. Put the water in this one. For me, really opens up that body. Oof, still a little bit sick, boys, sorry. Really opens up that body on this one. And just for me, much more enjoyable. Oh yeah. So for the money, if we put it at $80, right? For the money of that, again, you can have it straight, you can have it with water. And it's just an all-rounded great whiskey. So I've always got about 2 or 3 bottles of these sitting in my cabinet, just in case. Keeping this one just in case, unopened, just in case they ever run out. I doubt it. Again, probably an 8 for this one because it is such a cheaper bottle. It probably goes better than the other grain malt because if you're paying $150, $160 for this one, you'd go the Nicker over the barrel any day of the week. All right, so this is one I've never had before. So let me just have a quick look. Now, I did a tiny little bit of research on this, and the guys at Whiskyloot, if you haven't seen these yet, they give you a full explanation of everything. I try not to read that too much before I actually have it because I really want to try it and test it and really see if my palate, if I can actually taste things that, that maybe they mention in it, but I need to check. Anyways, so this is from Honshu Kento in Japan. Now, these guys, that's the area where it comes from. It's from the Kensai distillery, and it's called, Jesus. It's called Japanese Blended, it's called Kensai Japanese Blended Whiskey. All right. So this is aged from 3 to 4 years. The other ones were no age statement. So, you don't know what they are. They could be a mix of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years because they are mixed them. This is Japanese blend aged in American oak cask. Now, there is something that I do know about this company because I've been looking at it for a while. These guys originally made sake. They didn't make whiskey, and they've only just gotten into whiskey in the short little period. So tonight, this is the one I've actually been looking forward to the most. This is only a 40% alcohol. In the 60 mils, there's 1.9 standard drinks in it. So it's not compared to the other ones, it's not as strong. So that one was a 46 and this one's a 51. So yeah, let's have a quick look. Unmatched demand for Japanese whiskey, along with the lack of consistent supply, has brought new entrants to the market, including sake distillery Kiwaka. They've specialised in blended whiskey, and their Kensai Japanese whiskey brand has been among their most successful. Whiskyloot is proud to help launch one of the Japanese most awaited releases to the Australian market. So if you are looking for the bottle, I believe Whiskyloot are pretty much one of the only people that actually stock this at the moment. So see how we go. But yeah, this is one I'm actually been looking forward to, I think, most, because already had the Nicker, haven't had that one, but I've got a bottle here. All right. Ooh. Wow. Definitely a wood smoke. Well, sorry, not a wood smell. Very fruity. All right. So you could. I don't know what to say. I'm a little bit disappointed, but I'm also not at the same time. The reason why I'm a little bit disappointed is that this is actually a very, very easy drink. Smooth as hell, but not much flavor. What are they saying here? Spicy and smooth. I'm not getting much spiciness. I'm not getting much spiciness. A little water brings out the masses of citrus fruits, orange, lemons, and limes, as well as an underlying salted caramel sweetness that sets everything off perfectly. Okay, so let's give that a try, because very disappointed in the flavor of it. The smoothness is awesome, but if you're not getting much of an enjoyment from it, then what's the point of it? So that looks very oily. It just, as soon as I put the water in there, it just kind of like whoosh, separated out, and it was quite interesting. So supposed to have, what are we supposed to have? Citrus fruits, orange, lemons, and limes, as well as an underlying salted caramel sweetness. Okay. All right. So definitely has more depth in the flavor when you put the water in it. Would I say that I have all of those flavors that they're talking about? Definitely not. I reckon I probably get a little bit of salt in there. Tiniest little bit of citrus. I wouldn't buy a bottle of that. I think that was about $90 for a bottle. Look, I think it's got probably a cool history. And I know people buying whiskies at the moment because it's got the story, and trust me, I've just spent a shitload of money on a bottle that's got a really good story. But I don't think that's me. It's like, I really love my smooth whiskeys. That's just too smooth. That's I don't even know if you would actually call that much of a whiskey at all. So they're saying here the finish fades fast, but with plenty of sweetness, moreish. Yeah, I don't know. Well, that's the most disappointing whiskey I've probably had in a very long time. Knowing it probably comes from something that they don't always do whiskeys, they do sakis and stuff like that. So anyways, it is what it is, and that's why we love these Whiskyloot things, is because it means that I can try this without having to spend $30 at the bar and being disappointed. Now, obviously, already got this one here, which is my favorite out of the two. I'm going to stick with the Nicker from the barrel, and the reason why is it's cheap. It has a lot of flavor to it. Is it the highest percentage? It is also the highest percentage, so you're really getting bang for buck when it comes to it. Now, if you really want to, you can do a mixer with that. As I said, I mixed it with Coke all the way to New Zealand. You can easily do that. It's not really a problem at all. So thanks, guys, again. First off, thank you to everyone that's kind of subscribed in the past couple of weeks that I have been away. You guys subscribed and I haven't done anything. Sorry about that, but I'll keep this going. Normally every Saturday I try and get a review out, but I'll start doing a few more anyway. We've got a lot to catch up on, and I've got a lot to show you of some whiskies that we've bought over the last month. It's been an insane little purchase month. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. If you have a whiskey you want me to try that is a sensible priced, because that's what this is all about, is getting sensibly priced whiskeys to people that may not have tried things and opening up their explanation or exploration of whiskey from around the world, then please leave me a comment. Let me know what you'd like me to try, and I'll see what I can do. All right, guys, I'll catch you next week.